Yeehaw! Howdy there, cowpokes. It's me, Sheriff Thin Lizzy, and I'm here to warn you that the boys are back in town. That's right, these boys, Billy and Jimmy Lee, they're back and they're on their quest to get their shared girlfriend who was kidnapped yet again. So, if you don't want to get hurt in this brawl, make sure you lock down your doors and... What even is this script, man? Sheriff Thin Lizzy and the Double Dragon Boys are back in town? What am I even thinking? This has got to be one of the worst scripts I've ever written, and the reason's pretty simple. See, June just started, and although it's not officially summer, it's basically summer. So, naturally, my body is in need of a vacation because that's just how the human body works. And if I don't go on holiday, then my work's just going to continue to suffer and I'll end up with more things like Sheriff Thin Lizzy, or even worse, I might just end up talking about Double Dragon. Now, you might be asking, where would I like to go? Well, I'm a man on a budget, but I've taken a little bit of inspiration from the hit shorts Wallace and Gromit. See, much like them, I'm off towards the moon, but unlike them, I'm not going there for the cheese or to meet a skiing robot. No, my reasons are a much more noble cause, one that I'm willing to stop at nothing to prove, and if you didn't guess it by the title, well, I'm going to give you a second to read it. Don't worry, take your time, I'll be right here waiting for you. Yeah, that's right, I'm going to play Kerbal Space Program in order to prove that the Earth is in fact flat. So, being an incredibly accurate game that isn't tainted at all by NASA, the Kerbal Space Program is a great game to show us what the Earth would really look like from space, and not through some NASA Phacovision goggles. Now, this is a game that I do remember playing back, I don't know, around 2011, and although I remember literally nothing about how to play the game, I'm sure that much like riding a bike, it's gonna come right back to me the moment I start. So it's taken me a little bit to remember how to actually build a ship, but I think I've got it with this masterpiece, and nope, that's not right, let's just try this again, and yeah, that's not what I wanted at all. Okay, so maybe I don't remember how to play this game, and maybe I don't remember how to build a ship, but it's just like making an omelet. You've got to break a few eggs before you can actually make that sweet, sweet, fluffy omelet, because otherwise, it's just a bunch of random ingredients tossed together with no omelet to hold them. And in this case, instead of eggs, of course, I'm talking about living creatures that are being shot into space. Finally, after a ton of studying aerodynamics and getting my master's degree in astrophysics, I figured out a design to build the perfect ship. And I didn't just use a pre-made ship because I got frustrated trying to make goofy ships fly and that just wasn't working out for me. It's a pretty beautiful flight up into the cosmos, and it's something I could really see myself doing in real life. Because here's the thing, there's no traffic up here, so you'll never really be that late for any occasion, and you'll know exactly how long it takes because you don't have to wait behind another car who's going 10 below the speed limit. It also really helps show you how small your problems are, and how just insignificant your life is by looking down at the tiny world and... Wait, what? Yeah, so I have some unfortunate news that I discovered about this game. It seems as though NASA has compromised the Kerbal Space Program, or maybe even hacked my computer as I was playing to insert a round Earth in place of the obvious flat Earth. There's only one option left to prove that we've been lying to once and for all. I'm going to have to invest all of my money, quit my job, sell everything I own, and then build my own spaceship and head into the vast unknown. Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship McWhitta in its continuing exploration for the truth of our world, to seek out new lies that the government has been telling to us, and to prove that birds are actually just secret spy cameras, but most importantly to go where nobody has gone before. So, space is kind of cool, I guess. Honestly, it's pretty overrated. It's cold, it's quiet, it's empty, and I'm not totally sure what happens if you pee in 0G, so I've been holding it since I took off, and I had myself a real big drink before leaving, which might have been a mistake, but it's a mistake I'm willing to take to prove the truth. Now there is a bright side, of course. I stopped by the moon, and guess what? It was made of cheese. And yeah, it means the moon landing was a lie, and it was all just a huge conspiracy, because they want to make you pay insane amount of monies for cheese in the grocery stores, while meanwhile, there's a huge chunk of cheese floating through space right there, ripe for the picking, which would decimate the cheese market, if the people found out about it. Oh, and guess what? Yeah, that Earth doesn't look very round to me. It's not completely flat, mind you, but it's definitely not round, which means that, in a way, I'm still right in this scenario. It's time to wake up, sheeple, and rise above our government oppressors, and show that we will not take being lied to about the truth about the Earth. It's time that we rally up, and each of us build our own spaceship, so that we can leave this planet and start our own new civilization, where we'll all be treated well, And maybe we'll find a primitive alien species who will all treat us like all-knowing gods that we know we are. Also, if for whatever reason we can't all build spaceships and leave and find a civilization, you can consider the earlier part of this video about space being the final frontier and all that as my audition tape for the next Star Trek TV show or movie. Just saying, my schedule's open. There's another video, and I want to thank you for watching it this far along. If you did enjoy it, feel free to like, you can subscribe, you can share, you can do all that kind of stuff. But listen, if you didn't like it, you can dislike as well. You can do anything else you do when you don't like a video. You can leave an angry comment, you can go on a rant online. I don't really know you, I don't know what you do when you're happy or when you're angry, but I hope that you do it, and I hope that in a way you did enjoy this, and perhaps in a way I helped you have a brighter day. Or maybe I didn't, I don't know.